On December 29th, 2017, two plumbers responded to a call about a clogged drain in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. What they would soon find would uncover two unsolved mysteries, along with bringing to light one disgusting human being by the name of Adam Strong. Okay, let's go. It was on the 11th of September 2017 at around 8 p.m. that a young boy and his grandfather were fishing on the pier at Oshawa Harbour, Canada.
Canada.
Oh, God.
Oh, Canada. I
fucking love Canada.
I really do.
Oshawa is a city east of Toronto, if you didn't know, because I didn't know, so I had to look at it. There you go.
I'd never heard of Oshawa.
Neither had I.
Oshawa.
Oshawa. Not sure why you'd be out fishing at 8 p.m, but anyway, they soon noticed something strange in the water. It appeared to be bobbing up and down, and they would soon quickly call the police once they realised what it was. It was a torso of a woman floating in the water. Obviously, finding just a torso would make an investigation rather difficult, so police would start scanning the beach to find any clues. I don't know what I'd do just finding a fucking torso. It's like, oh, what the fuck is that?
Finding anything that belonged to a human that was not like clothing or something would freak me the fuck out.
Especially
like,
a big pig.
I would vomit. I think I'd puke.
I think I would too. An autopsy would not give much more detail, obviously, as they could tell there was trauma and it was ruled as a homicide, because torsos don't just...
They don't cut themselves into pieces and then find their way into the fucking water.
No, they do not. It would take 2 months for police to find out that the torso was that of 18-year-old Rory Hachey.
She's so young.
So young. She was gorgeous.
I bet you it was...
I don't know. Rory had been reported as missing by her family in Oshawa on the 29th of August 2017. She was a gorgeous young woman, but she did have some demons. She struggled with crystal meth and would even be homeless at one point. Police having no leads, obviously, it would take another rather unusual instance for her murder case to be solved. Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
On the 29th of December 2017, two plumbers were called to the main floor of a house in Oshawa. Two. That was complaining of having backed up pipes.
Oh, fuck me. This is never good. I've had this in my case. Okay. Okay, let's go.
It's never... Okay, let's go. Unfortunately, this would not just be a normal call-out. After working through to find the blockage, the plumbers were unsuccessful, so they decided to head to the basement to see if they could find the source of the problem.
And guys, look, it's not a dookie.
It is not a dookie. When they entered the basement, they noticed straight away that there was a smell. It was very strong.
Scandalo.
And they found that the toilet was also removed. The man who occupied the downstairs area was 47-year-old Adam Strong. The plumbers noticed that he was acting rather odd and pacing back and forth.
You think?
Yeah, so I found reports where Adam had actually tried to fix it himself. So I think that's why the toilet was removed. And then I found other reports. It was so backed up that the upstairs neighbours started to get some stuff coming through their bathtub and stuff.
He flushed body parts. I'm assuming part of it would have been like flesh, there would have been offal, down a toilet. Oh, the pong. Sorry, but that would have been violently stinky.
After a short amount of time, the plumbers pulled out something extremely odd and horrifying. A long, flesh-like substance that was about 13 to 14 inches long, or roughly 35 centimetres, was removed. The plumber, unsure of what it was, would phone police. And I'm just going to play the audio for you.
Communications.
Hi there, how are you?
Good, you?
Good, thanks. I'm a plumber and I'm on site for a job. We got we're snaking a drain, and we've been pulling back. We probably pulled back about 10 pounds, 15 pounds of it looks like flesh type of stuff, meat. And we started to snake, and we've been working at it for 3-4 hours now, right?
Oh, okay.
And we can't get it clear, but we keep pulling back chunks of whatever the hell it is.
Yuck.
Yeah.
And that's obviously not to say yuck because it's her. Assuming that she's the only one that's in there.
I don't know. Just
You wait, sunshine. Yeah, either way, that's not a good way to go.
Imagine being the plumber. I just came to pull out poop or
And you
hair.
can tell he sounds like a nice guy. He's like, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Police arrived by 8 p.m. and the plumbers showed the officers the flesh-like substance. Obviously, they headed to the basement of where this was found.
You'd assume.
Yeah. Police asked Adam, "What have you been flushing down the toilet?" Adam replied with, and I quote, "Okay, you got me. The gig's up. It's a body." He then told the officer, "If you want to recover the rest of her, it's in my freezer." In the apartment, after an extensive search, police found the rest of Rory's remains. Her head, along with other body parts, were in garbage bags in a large freezer that was in his bedroom. They found her blood on his bedroom walls and ceiling, along with his semen on her body. Although they found 2 fractures to her skull, they were unable to tell if it was done prior to her being murdered or, they're kind of unable to obviously find a cause of death.
How about being cut up into little pieces?
Yeah. Obviously, Adam was arrested, and you can see his interrogation videos online, and I suggest you watch them. He's also really gross, and I'm not sorry. A former partner would say that Adam was physically abusive and controlling, and there's also a video online where he was in trouble with his landlord for the state of his apartment. Like, you can see video footage of them walking around, and it's just a fucking pigsty. Like, he's just got shit everywhere. There's, I think it's a pan of just, cigarette butts. Like, it's just fucking feral. And she's walking through going, "Oh, my God." And it's like, bitch, you don't even know what's in there. You don't even know.
Check his freezer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, there's not that much info out there on Adam, and to be honest, I don't think there is much to tell. He just seems like a twat. An absolute nobody. He would comment on porno videos and post pictures of handcuffs on social media. And did I mention he was a disgusting human being? Because he definitely is.
I think you may have.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
Definitely Google him, guys. You shouldn't see any crime scene photos, because I did kind of have a little look down the dark webs for that. So what do you think, Joey? It's a bit of a stunner, wasn't he?
Oh, he's so hot.
Fucking gross.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Whilst the police were searching Adam's house, they had to stop for a little while because they found a pipe bomb. If you are like me and had no idea what that is, it's an improvised explosive device that uses a tightly sealed section of pipe filled with explosive material. It apparently can create a large explosion with fragments of the pipe turning into potentially lethal shrapnel.
On top of that, they're normally filled with shrapnel as well. That's nuts.
What the fuck? What are you doing with all
I'm
that?
not surprised. He did have a machete-sized knife.
Also, I was kind of it's a little bit ironic. Not ironic, but
Don't you think?
You've made... You've made a pipe bomb. They found body in the pipe. Now, the interrogation videos, as I mentioned earlier, are online, and my God, not only was this guy disgusting, he was also an absolute piece of shit. I just want to play a couple of snippets across different interrogations for you now, dear mung beans.
Adam, how you doing? Good, you? Meh, had better days.
Do you see how upset I am? No. You're pretty calm. Under the circumstances, I'm a little concerned how calm you are.
There's no way you're getting around that I chopped her up. There's no way.
Okay.
And I understand that.
We weren't wondering if you chopped her up.
It's obvious that I did,
Yeah, if not for, apparently the plumbing was all up in that house. That aided in
my capture?
in your capture.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I was sitting down in my basement after the plumbers left, and I was like, am I going to get away with this? I don't know. Should I leave now?
How much longer before it was?
It was all done in one evening.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Like this was all one piece, and then this was all one piece.
I couldn't. Yeah.
Really?
Sorry, man. I don't remember.
Really?
Yeah. It wasn't important to me, man. She's definitely deceased.
Yes.
Yes.
And clearly have said, yeah, and I disposed of her.
Yes.
Yes.
Tried to. But unfortunately, it was foiled by
Yeah.
inadequate plumbing.
Yeah.
And that's a freaking shame. Not for me. For me.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah.
You sound really selfish when you say that.
It's all right. It's all right.
What are you going to hanker him for?
Wendy's triple.
Yeah, that's doable.
No pickles. Iced tea, no ice. Two, their value, spicy chicken wraps, and a grilled chicken Caesar salad.
Okay.
Is that outrageous?
No, that's doable.
Hurt your soul?
The audacity.
The
The
audacity.
food orders.
I know.
The fact that the police are even... Listen, the detectives, interrogators, whatever, I get it. Their viewpoint is going to be, we do this little thing for him, he's not going to clam up, he's going to tell us everything we need to know.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that, but I also can't help but feel like in my human core that that's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
That's disgusting. And then the fact that he thinks that if he comes clean about all this shit, that he has some type of leverage where he can at least be comfortable in jail. You murdered somebody.
But the way he's talking when
It's
he's
like
saying
nothing
that.
mattered.
Yeah.
Didn't happen. Oh, yeah, whatever. Like, I know.
Whilst police were searching through the house, around 7 months after Adam was first arrested, so this was a full-on extensive search, they came across a knife that they believed was used to skin Rory, because she was obviously skinned. Upon DNA testing, they surprisingly found something else. The DNA of Candace Fitzpatrick. She was last seen in March 2008. She was 19 years old at the time and was reported missing by her family in 2010. Candace was also homeless for a time and struggled with addiction.
See, I felt that was going to come up anyway, because how strange, but how rare is it that you will have someone who will just do that as like a first offense? There has to be a history of something there for them to be able to do that.
And trying to dispose like they kind of knew what they were
Yeah.
doing in a sense. Yeah, that's what I was like, this can't be the first or the only. But like such a big gap in between. And then during that interrogation, well, I think some of those interrogations, police didn't know about the second body
But
just yet.
that's also not to say that like there could be more. We don't know.
Court began in September 2020 and Adam would be charged with 2 counts of murder. Funnily enough, he pleaded not guilty. Like, excuse me, sir, you confessed to it all.
What was his reason for pleading not guilty?
So his defense was trying to be like, well, the girls OD'd and he freaked out and didn't know what to do.
So you came on at least one of them.
Yeah.
And you chopped them up, skinned them, threw one in the water, at least her torso because it was too big to flush. And you stripped her flesh and flushed that down the toilet
Because he freaked out, yeah.
because you freaked out.
Because she OD'd, yeah.
I mean, it sounds like something I would do.
Yeah. Like, no, that's not how it works. 5 witnesses also took to the stand, and those were the women who had been sexually abused by Adam. They even spoke of a pulley contraption he would use to bind and restrain them. Evidence was also provided in court to show that Adam's phone data location showed him being at the Oshawa Harbour on the 4th of September, about 7 days before Rory's torso was found. Adam would be found guilty of first-degree murder of Rory Hachey and not guilty of Candace Fitzpatrick, but instead charged with manslaughter due to not enough evidence or a body being found, because they really only found the DNA on the knife. There was nothing there. He was sentenced to life in prison with no chance of parole until he has served 25 years and was charged with 18 years for manslaughter to be served. Is it concurrent or concurrent?
Concurrently.
Concurrent, yeah, because I wrote CON like on the things and I was like,
Concurrently, I hate that. That should be compounding to me.
Annoyingly enough, on February 16th, 2022, police found the body of Candace Fitzpatrick 14 years after she went missing, all thanks to Adam sharing info to a staff member whilst in prison. This staff member then contacted police and Adam was interviewed several times. He was taken out of prison and showed investigators the general location of where he believed he buried the remains back in 2008. Unfortunately, due to Candace's remains being found after conviction, they cannot upgrade his charges, and it was confirmed no additional charges will be made.
Double jeopardy.
Yeah,
He's already been charged.
This piece of shit was in interrogation, just being like, haha, you did not find the other one. Like, and then couple of years, 2 years later. Okay.
Also, though, on top of that, his does not sound like 25 to life. It just means minimum sentence 25 if we can apply for parole. Having that stuff come out, I know that they're not supposed to. If that were me, I'd be like, request for parole denied.
Surely it would play a part. I think there was something to say it'd be around 45 or 46 or something like that. So hopefully he dies.
How old is he?
47 at the time of being arrested. And that was
Okay.
in 2017.
Chances are, because the average male lifespan is, 70? 73, between 73 and 75.
He's a heavy-set, unhealthy dude, so...
Who's smoked, or maybe still smokes, we don't know. Mm-hmm. He'll be dead.
Piece of shit. And that, dear mung beans, is the case of Adam Strong, the vile piece of shit who looks like a little bitch and is gross as fuck.
And by little bitch, we mean big fat bitch.
Yeah, he's disgusting. No, it's a short one. There wasn't a lot of, info on him, but I was just like, this is a fucked up, disgusting piece of shit human.
Look, you're not wrong. And I just hate, I think because I love Canada so much, I don't want there to be I don't want there to be victims from Canada either, but I definitely don't want there to be crimes from Canada. But mind you, comparatively, Canada probably doesn't have as many crimes as other countries. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Goodbye.